Hello, everybody. Welcome to Cosmic Waves Tarot. Thank you so much for being here. Today, we have our community reading for August. So I'm just going to do a collective reading for everybody, asking the tarot for some insight, maybe some advice, what we should expect for the month ahead. As always, this reading is for everybody, but I am very happy to do individual readings as well. So if you have a question or a situation that you would like some insight on, please do leave a comment below. Just going to shuffle one more time. And let's see what cards we have. We have the Page of Swords, the Two of Discs or Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. Right off the bat, I don't see any major arcana cards, so that tells me that this month might not be as intense emotionally, or there might not be as much happening as other months. But let's get into each individual card, what the meaning is, and what we can glean from this entire story. So I'll start with the Page of Swords. Swords in the tarot correspond to the mind and logic. It's the air sign of the tarot. And the page is someone who has a lot of energy and wants to learn, and is a bit young, but very eager and enthusiastic. So combining these two themes, we see that perhaps we have a lot of energy to devote to our intellectual pursuits this month. Maybe there's something that you've really been wanting to spend more time learning or exploring a different area, and it looks like this month you will have the chance and the energy to do so. So maybe it's a new language, maybe it's a new hobby you want to try, maybe a different book that you would like to read, something like that. I see this type of energy flowing through this month. And this does make sense because in August we are currently in Leo season and we'll transition to Virgo season. And Virgo is definitely very passionate about learning. They're very grounded in that way. So I feel like this makes a lot of sense for August. Next we have the Two of Pentacles. And I will say the 2 and the 5 are a little bit opposite energies, but let's get into what they might mean and how these two might relate to each other. So starting with the 2, Pentacles correspond to all of our physical and material goods. So our money and finances, our health, our home, everything that we can touch and feel in that way. And the 2, as you can see, this individual is balancing 2 coins and he's kind of juggling them. So he does have control of them, but they're kind of all over the place. And this is emphasized by the waves that are going up and down behind him. So this is all about learning how to manage your responsibilities. And it's generally a positive card showing that you are able to have that balance and juggle all these plates, so to speak, in this area. But it's definitely a learning curve. And so when this card comes up, it asks us to practice or to evaluate how we are managing our resources, how we are taking care of ourselves, how we're taking care of our home, and just to see if there's a little bit more balance that we can bring to those areas. It looks like this will be especially needed because we also have the 5 of Pentacles. Again, the same themes apply in terms of being related to our physical and material realms. Here you can see there's two figures out in the snow, and they're in a pretty destitute situation. They look unhealthy. One is on crutches. They are out in the snow, out in the cold. And so oftentimes when the Five of Pentacles comes up, it's because we're experiencing some sort of hardship or we're under-resourced in a certain way. So we don't feel in control of our finances or our health. Maybe something's going on in the home that we just don't feel like we are fully in control and well-resourced there. However, this card is a reminder that we can always look to other people or sources for support. Because these two people are walking outside, they're looking down, they're not looking up at this window here where the pentacles are. And traditionally, this window is a church window. You can see it looks like a stained glass. So when this card comes up, it's because we maybe are feeling under-resourced or not in control of a certain area, but it does tell us to look up and see what might be around us for some support. Where can we go, or who can we turn to get some help or have some perspective, or at least take a bit of a reprieve, a little bit of a break from whatever's going on. Then we can get back on track and keep moving forward. And so these two cards together are a bit of an interesting story. And it looks like one might lead into the other, depending on how this month goes for you. So I'm hoping that if you are feeling this Five of Pentacles energy at all, it will lift by the end of the month, and you will learn how to balance using this Two of Pentacles energy, what is going on in these areas. Again, because we're moving into Virgo season, Virgo is an earth sign, and pentacles correspond to earth sign as well. And so Virgos tend to famously be very good at managing their affairs in these areas. Not only are they very smart and want to learn a lot, but they also are very grounded. They're very able to manage their resources. They're very practical. So I'm hoping that we will move towards this Two of Pentacles energy and away from this Five of Pentacles energy as we go through the month. If, however, it is the opposite way and you start off with the Two of Pentacles, maybe it's because you are not learning how to properly balance your resources, and you feel like then as a result you are under-resourced or lacking in some area. So if this story is playing out for you, I would lean into this Page of Swords energy and spend some more time learning and developing yourself. There are so many free resources or very inexpensive resources these days that really can teach us about how to improve our health, improve our finances, learn about personal finance. Or maybe there's another skill or trade that you want to work on that will help you in this area. Maybe it's also learning how to do a project within the home so that you're able to do it yourself and really fix something that's been bothering you. So all of these energies, I think, can be very much supported and assisted by this Page of Swords energy. So this is a fairly neutral reading. It looks like there's some highs and some lows. So I'm going to draw one more clarifying card to see if we can get kind of an overall theme for the month that might give us a little bit more clarity about what we can expect. So I'm just going to shuffle my deck a few more times and ask for a pretty clear signal, some clear information about what we can expect for this month of August. Let's see. We have the Page of Cups as well. Again, very on theme with this current reading. Cups correspond to emotions, relationships, our inner world, and our intuition. And again, the page is someone who is learning and has a lot of enthusiasm, but not a lot of expertise. So again, there's some development to come in this area. So maybe these themes of learning how to manage your resources or feeling under-resourced, but then learning in an intellectual way about that will also prompt some internal reflection. Maybe this will impact your emotions or your relationships with other people, but it looks like this will be a time of positive growth. I do like to see both pages because, as I said, they just have a lot of energy and a lot of positivity associated with them. So you might not be an expert yet, but you are learning, you are growing, and you are maturing. So even if you're going through some difficulties this month, or if you feel this 5 of Pentacles energy where you just feel a little bit left out in the cold, it looks like this time is necessary for us to grow and develop and learn. We can't expect to be the king overnight or the emperor or empress. So I think it's fair that we have to go through a little bit of growing pains, learning how to balance in this kind of 2 of Pentacles energy, embracing the energy of these pages, and taking some time and being patient with ourselves. So it looks like that is the overall message for August. As I said before, I'm very happy to do individual readings as well. And I love hearing your feedback. So thank you so much for everyone who's commented or let me know how these readings are landing for you. That is the most important thing to me, is that these readings resonate with you and that they are somewhat helpful. So thank you again for spending some time with me. I love doing these readings for the collective. I love doing individual readings, so please don't be shy if there's anything I can help you with. And I'll see you in the next video. I'm sure before we know it, the summer will be over and it will be time for September. So I will definitely be publishing many videos before then. Please do check and subscribe to my channel so you never miss a video. And thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.